Hi, today we're going to be making this origami giraffe. I'm going to start off with a square sheet of paper. We're going to make a crease that runs from diagonal to diagonal. First crease, and fold back out again. My second crease, and I fold back out again. Now I'm going to take my bottom edge and I'm going to fold it to my top edge here, like so. I'm now going to take my top edge here and I'm going to fold down to my center crease here. And then I'm going to turn over, and again I'm going to take the top edge and I'm going to fold down to my center crease here, which is my bottom edge in the model so far. Fold down, like so. I then want to open up halfway, so now I have two folds, fold in like that. And I'm going to fold along this crease that we have along here, 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 and here. It's just to reinforce these creases. So effectively I'm taking this corner and I'm folding along to our center line here. So this edge aligns along this center line. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm now going to open these out and I'm going to do a squash fold on each of these corners where we just made those creases. 1, open this one out, push it in, open the flapper, push it in, and the last one, open the flap out and push it in. Okay. I now want to make a crease along our center line here. So fold from here to here. And I'll produce a nice crease that runs from here to here. Fold back out. Now I want to take these two flaps and I want to fold this flap down like so to produce a crease that runs from here to here. Fold this back out again. Now I'm going to take my center crease and I'm going to fold that center crease to this new crease that runs from this corner to this corner. I can invert this crease like so, and I can fold down like that. Now I've produced this new crease that runs along from here to here. I'll fold that back out. There's my crease. I want to now take this crease, this new crease, and I want to again fold to this line here. So basically I'll produce a nice little crease point between the two. I'm taking this new crease and I'm folding to that crease there. I don't want to fold all the way along, I'm just making a crease point. So I press down here and I produce a new crease point here. Now at this point I want to take my center crease and I want to fold to that new crease point. So I'm going to take this crease point and I'm going to fold to our new crease point there, like so. I now want to fold, turn my model over, like so. And what I want to do is I want to, first of all, I want to create a crease that runs from here to here. Now, as I fold this up, like so, I'm going to produce a crease that runs from this halfway point down to this point here. As I fold this up, I'm just making these creases possible. There we go. And we end up with this type of shape. Okay. Try to make this point here nice and sharp. Once I'm happy with it, I can then press down like so. I now want to take this point and I want to fold it down to this line across here, like so. And as I fold that, you'll notice that this flap can actually fold out, like so. And I'm going to produce a crease that runs from here down to here. Okay, and as you do that, this then produces a line that runs from here to there, like so. Okay. I'm going to rotate it round, and I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. I'm going to fold this to my center, like so. Okay. And as I fold to that, this produces a crease that runs from here to here, like so. And I'm going to fold my top point down to here, open it up, and then from this point here I can fold this one over, produce a nice vertical line, like so, and then this can fold down like that. Okay. We now want to produce a crease that runs from this point up until around about that point there. So what we're going to do is we're going to just fold this over like so, so that this top edge runs along this vertical line across here. That's one. Fold it back, we've got a nice crease along here. We'll do the same with this side here. We'll fold that bottom edge so it lines along vertical. Okay, and fold it back. We can now fold our model in half, like so. And we can take this flap here and we can let this point here fold down so we produce a nice vertical line along here. So this top edge becomes vertical, like so. This is going to become one of the back legs. Do exactly the same on the other side. I'm going to turn it over. And again, we've got a flap here. Let's fold this, so produce a line like that. Okay. I'm going to turn it back. We're now going to take this point here and we're going to do a little squash fold. So we're going to make this squash in like that. And have that pointing down as well. Okay. I'm just going to adjust my camera so now the model is a bit smaller. You might as well see a little bit more detail. Okay, so this is my last move. That's pointing out, and I just squash that in like so. Now what I want to do here is I want to then take this edge here and I want to fold it into along this vertical line here, because I'm actually going to squash these in using a squash fold. I'm going to make the crease first, fold it back out, and then I can lift this up, and then I can squash this in, and then squash that one in as well. Okay, making sure I've got a nice pointed edge for the feet, like so. Okay. Likewise for the other side. Again, we're going to produce a crease that runs from around about halfway between here and here down to that point here. Like so. There's lots of different ways you can do this. This is one way. Another way would be to actually open this out and produce a crease along the center. Make sure you've got a nice little point there. And the same with this bottom leg here. We're folding this edge to this vertical edge here. Lots of different ways you can do it. Once you've done it once and you know the actual maneuver, you can try out what suits you. Now I'm going to fold this in and the leg goes down like so. Once that leg has now gone down, I want to then pull this bottom bit so that it actually points up. So, I'll show you again. I'm going to open this out like this, this bottom bit should then pull up. Sorry, it's a little bit fiddly. Should then point up, like so. There we go. That's going to form our tail. Let's tidy this leg up a bit. It's just the fold, the crease has moved a bit. There we go. And it's a little bit scruffy at the moment, but you take your time and get your folds nice and sharp. We're then going to take the top of the tail. We're going to do an invert fold, invert squash fold. So this leg, this tail now points down like so. And then we're going to bisect this by doing a valley fold across here to here. And folding like that, that makes this tail much sharper. Do the same with the other side. I'm going to fold, a mountain fold, not a valley fold, mountain fold. And there's our tail. That effectively is our back legs. Okay. Now, onto the neck and head and front legs here. Now, we've already previously made this fold from here to here. What we now want to do is we want to produce a fold that is halfway between here and here, and this also runs down to this point here. So, just going to redo that fold there so you can see it a bit more clearly. Now, we're going to take this fold here, and as I do that, you'll see the inner fold here. You want to make sure that that runs vertically. So I'm actually just bisecting that. And I'm going to make a nice little crease inside here, like so. And as I fold that back out, you can now see I've got a bisected crease here. That bisects this crease and that edge there. Okay. I'm going to do the same for the other side. I'm going to take this bottom edge, I'm going to fold along our vertical here. So you can see my crease quite clearly. Then I'm going to take this crease here and I'm actually going to fold that so it's now pointing up, and I'm going to crease along here, and when I fold back out I've got my second crease here. These two creases are important because our next move is, I'm going to turn this back so the head's facing this way. As we open this up, I'm going to fold this back on itself like so to our first crease here. Like so, that folds back like that. And then our second crease, we're going to fold it back again, like so. So I form this nice trapezium. Make sure that these creases produce nice pointed legs, because these are going to be the front legs. Nice pointed legs. Let's check the other side. There we go, nicely done. Press down nice and firmly, once you're happy with that. We're now going to take this edge here, and we want to actually open it out and fold it back. So we're producing a crease that runs vertically from here down to here. And you can just do it sort of ad lib. I'm just folding back like so. I'm just judging this point here, this fold, to be around about halfway. And then once I'm happy with the position, if you're not, you can always just slightly adjust it, like I'm doing here. There we go. I'm happy with that now, so I'm now just going to press down and produce a nice crease that runs from the bottom down to the top, like so. Okay. I now want to try and produce the head, which is this pointy bit here. Now, if you look in here, you've got two the two inner flaps here, and you've got this fold here. Again, just like the other previous maneuvers, I'm going to just fold this back on itself. You see what I'm doing? Fold it back on itself. And as I got that little bit there, I'm just going to pull that forward until I reach that point there. Pulling it forward to about there. And then I'm going to make a nice little triangle with a horizontal hypotenuse at the bottom, like so. And then at the top, I've got my two flaps, like so. Okay, I'm just going to make this a little bit more pointed. Almost there. It's all taking shape now. My next move is round about halfway between here and here. There's a point here. I'm going to put my finger there. I'm going to make a crease that runs from here down to this point here. Just do it about halfway. Okay, so first of all, fins the neck, and also it gives shape to the head. On this side, and then from this point here down to the nose, and if you just pull back a little bit so you're not actually making a crease to the actual point there, we're going to lift this flap up, and we're going to make a crease that runs from, let's get back into the center of the view, from here to here. Okay, see that? Before I move on, I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Again, run about halfway between here and here. And I'm going to make a crease all the way down to this point here. So I'm going to put my finger there. I'm going to fold a crease that runs from here to here to begin with. Once I'm happy with my crease, I'm going to fold it back out again. I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to fold this underneath like so. Okay. And I'm going to push this until this top crease that runs along here almost runs horizontal. Okay. And then I'm going to fold this up to produce the shape of my giraffe's head. Okay. Now this flap here can actually fold inside the head here. So I'm going to quickly do on this side here. So you lift this flap up, tuck that in, like so. That's this side. I'm going to do exactly the same on this side. This flap here is going to tuck inside my giraffe's head, like so. There you go. There we go. Next, I'm going to take this flap here and I'm going to fold along this new crease line here. So this actually folds forwards. I'm going to fold all the way along, like so. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Take this flap, fold this one forwards, like so. And then you're going to take this top, so I can turn it over, I'm going to take this top point here, I'm going to fold this down. So this top point here, like that, and I've got a nice horizontal edge along here. I can fold back. I'm now going to tuck this flap inside there, so it's out of the way. And then I'm going to fold this forwards again. And then where I've got this fold here, I'm just going to fold back a little bit so that this bit can actually tuck in like that. And I'm going to fold this forwards again, and that's going to be my ear. Okay, the ear of the giraffe. Oops, there we go, I just tuck it in. Okay, I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Fold this one down, like so. I can tuck this in to here. I'm going to fold this forwards again. Then I'm going to fold this back, making sure there's a little bit in there so I can actually tuck it in to here. And then I can fold my ear just a little bit forward, like that. Notice at the top, these are the two horns, so I can actually bend those over like that. You see? Okay. Now, let's do the back of the giraffe's neck. We've got this bit pointing out. So what we want to do is we want to fold that flap back like that. Do it one way. And also do it the other way. And we're going to do a little squash fold. So we can actually open up the front of the neck and then we can just push that in. So it's nice and out of the way. Okay, makes our giraffe's neck much smaller. We also want to do the back of the giraffe here, so we can actually fold from this point down to as much as we can to produce a sloping back like that. Once we've got our crease, we can then do a squash fold. Put your finger in there or thumb in there, push that down, and gives our shape to the back of our giraffe. Now the front legs, we need to do a fold from around about this point here down to the leg here. Okay. Fold it back and then we can fold it back inside. We'll do a little mounting fold that tucks inside like that. Okay. Fold it over, do exactly the same to the other side. We're going to fold this edge here down to up to our vertical edge here. Once we're happy with our fold, we can then do a mountain fold and tuck it in like so. Again, we've got another fold here. This time it's on the inside of the front leg. Again, we can fold, do a mountain fold. So it folds in, and then fold it back out, and then do a valid fold and tuck that one in like so. Do the same with the other leg. Let's do a mountain fold that folds in like so. Fold it back out again and do a valley fold and tuck it in like so. Alright. You may get a small pointy bit which points out like that. Just tuck that one in. Just do a little squash fold, open it out and just tuck it in like that. The giraffe's head can sometimes be a bit too long, so you can actually fold it back to as far as you want and then do a little squash fold in here. And that is effectively how we make a giraffe. Okay. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe to my channel. I'll be producing another video next week. Do enjoy.